Good morning from South Africa. Good day, good night, good afternoon, good evening to other lands. Thank you to all our viewers this morning. I don't know what shall I call this broadcast, but there is a heading over there. But I would love to say this broadcast, jokingly, serves as a morning toast from South Africa. I don't know about you. Would you like that? But I would love that. Yeah. It has been a while since I haven't been sharing with you, meaning this time, due to some engagement into some activities, days they've been more hectic for me. But thanks again for showing up. I see Mrs. Jules from New Zealand. Good morning, Mrs. Jules, and others who are currently here watching this live stream broadcast. Not forgetting to thank other full supporters of this community from around the globe. And good morning, Stefan from Pretoria, South Africa. Welcome again. I haven't been seeing you for quite some time, but I just saw a video on the blog where you were present with Stephen Coffey and Randy's, and I saw the date. It was saying the 25th of April. I was wondering, when was this broadcast? So anyway, I'm glad you're here. And then, hello, my biggest brother, my mentor, my teacher from the Philippines, the TBC elected leader, Doc Den, and welcome, brother. I'm glad to see you here. There've been so much questions that where is he? Where is he? When are we gonna see him? So finally, you just made my day. And long live our community and long live TBC. Thank you, brother. And we have other viewers from the Val area, South Africa, and thanks for being here. And the rest. Yeah. So I understand days are getting closer. Oh, yes, brother. I love you one way. Yeah. As the brother, right? Because I know some people might think the other way. I love you as my elder brother. One way. And yes. So I can see we are getting closer to the migration. And also, we're getting closer to the redemption date. I see much excitement around, and receiving calls, WhatsApp messages, emails, sometimes in the live chats, people are asking what's going to happen during the migration, what's going to happen afterwards, things like that. So when you look at them, so most of them, you see excitement in their eyes. So that's a good feeling. I understand that. And those who attended Monday's send button meetings, they were also used in that live stream. So things are happening. And sometimes I fail to understand why another part of us, it's doubtful about this system of TBC. But anyway, the rest of the number has proven that we are here and things are happening because that number is making things possible within this community. In every endeavor around the globe, we come across challenges, and there will always be an opposition in every endeavor under the sun. But that did not break other leaders around the globe who have achieved much to this day. So TBC is also one of those communities whereby they cannot be brought down by the naysayers or the trolls or whoever, as you can see. And when you look at the 2 years history of TBC and compare it with other businesses online, there is a vast difference because most businesses online, they tend to take longer years, let's say more than 5 years, 6, 7, in order for them to reach their destiny. But you look at the arrangement of the Billion coin to this day, it has taken almost 2 years, and then Bitcoin took over 9 years. So there is a big difference between the two. Not forgetting that Bitcoin is also the mother of all currencies. We all know that, and it has set up a very good history for anyone who's willing to learn more about these markets. Yeah. So let's see, Dr. Stefan, 5 days. Oh yes, thanks, Stefan. It's 5 days prior to the biggest smiles. Thank you. And Dr. Yes, brother, I love you so much. I've already explained that. And okay. And thanks also the message from your wife, whom I normally call your ex-girlfriend. She used to be before you tied the knot. And also thanks from our son, Daniel. I miss him a lot. Pass my greetings. So now let's look at the heading of the day today. Sometimes I would love to punch in the heading about my live stream, but sometimes I would love to go flat. Okay. So the heading says, I'm sharing with you. Yes, I am sharing with you all the time since from day one, the 20th, if not mistaken, 20th of March, yeah, midnight. So I've been reviewing match status within the community, myself, others, my top 10, and how I reviewed these status through discussions, different discussions, general discussions, serious discussions, way forwards during our plannings, but we always try to find views of the others and the feelings of the others about the TBC system. How is their feeling? How do they see the future of the Billion coin from now on? And there's so many things that are happening, and there's so many things that has happened to this day. And well, the other part of us are those who will be asking about the wallets and what's going on with the wallets. We've tried to send some kringles, not coins, kringles, and the system was not confirming what is happening, also all those kind of things. But we did discuss about that in the past and currently that the admin has pleaded to all of us that please, when you transact a kringle worth $100 or 200 or whatever, but as long as the amount it's within the given figure, then you give it a moment to clear first. Then after it is cleared, then you can transact another kringle. But something slept out of many that after they've completed one transaction, then they won't give a system a moment to clear. They'll just proceed with the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. That's where now the system gets confused or it gets delayed because of that action that you applied. We also picked up on that not everyone was doing that, but some, the excitement of send button. My send button, it's been activated, they tend to forget the instructions. And though some of the leaders, they've advised them or coached them how to do these things, excitement tends to make them forget what has been requested from them. So we've heard about the wallet side, but this is the problem currently. And then I don't know how are we going to handle that, but I think we have to wait for the admin to advise us that how do we deal with this situation in order to help out our members not to be so impatient with, the clicks or the buttons, because many of us, how can I say, are addicted in buttons. So sometimes they even press without reading first the whole content of the click or the button. So we need to work on that. Yeah. Let's see Stefan here. System must be congested as it takes long to get a confirmation. Yeah. Thanks, Stefan. Then if you can recall, some people in everything they do. Let's take, for instance, if someone is logging into his or her email, you can see they rush into things. Oh, the system is slow. They want the system to respond now. It doesn't work like that. And that disease has actually, it's within them. So in everything they do, it's like when they start their cars in the morning, they don't even warm those cars and they're diesel motors, then they just start the car and the car is to go. So it's not a big deal, actually. It's something that one has to be patient with, even technology, because sometimes we are faster than technology, sometimes, not always. So if you are using Apple Mac and you're trying to log in fast because it's Mac, it's expensive, then it will log in faster the way you expect it, and then it's not going to happen. Yeah. So now let's come back to the subject now. The wallet story, it's one of the discussions that we are facing daily. And then now, here's another one. During our reviews, we also picked up that some people, they don't understand why they don't understand why they have started, meaning they just came into this community without an understanding why they joined. That's another area we need to address, because if someone is within the community without an understanding, and that is dangerous to us, because that person might turn into something else one day. Why I'm saying this, most of the people that we have started this mission with, starting from 2016 to current, 40% of those people are no longer with us within this community. They're just waiting for that day to happen. Then they will stand up and say, now we believe in the system. you know. So we have different understanding about things as humans. So some, yes, they understand why they are here, but shyness, it's actually distracting them to explore their intelligence within this community. That's another second group. Yeah. And then, of course, we have the other group, the remaining one, like I've explained yesterday in my last video at night, that those ones, the remaining group, they don't want anyone to come and tell them what to do or wait and see the proof, but they are go-getters. They make things happen. So that's where most of you apply. That's where most of you are in thinking, and also practically you're doing that. Yeah. Irrespective of the scale that we are applying in this system, TBC system, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, no one is applying nil, zero, but at least one is applying 0,001 or 0.002 or something, but you are applying something at the end of the day. You are making a difference. That is why this community has reached over 3 million members today. It's because of your endeavor in the whole commitment of TBC system. Yeah. Hi, Sky. Let's see. Good to see you, Sky. You're welcome again. Good to see you. And thanks for all your beautiful comments on our live streams. And we are looking forward to watch your live stream soon. I hope you can try one, even once in a day. It's fine for now. 30 minutes. I will join you and be a moderator. Okay. Stefan, he's saying TBC is for everyone. Everyone is not for TBC, unfortunately. That is true. Yeah, in every endeavor, it's like that. And but let us not allow those things to hold us back. We move on. And I, for one, I'm so I won't say how can I put it? I'm both happy, excited, even more about the developments within the community. Those developments, they mean something within this community. So the only thing that we need now is to take it further. Okay, let's see. Sky again. She's saying, okay, check out. Okay. Wow, well done, Sky. Sky, she's saying she's been invited in tonight's 8 p.m. Randy's live stream. Wow. I'm gonna be watching you, and I would love to hear something from Sky. I will definitely join you guys. 8 o'clock South African time for sure, right? Not international time, right? Yeah. So I'm still on the subject. We also picked up another thing that or SA time. Thanks, Sky. Some colleagues of mine, some community members, friends, relatives, and all those I love. Not all of them, but some of these groups, or some people from the stated groups, they you know, people can pretend, people can be with you for a very long time, and you can even think that they are with us or they are with you into things, but only when there are delays, that's where you will see the true colors. Delays, underline that. And now these people or these groups, they fail to understand why there were delays within the TBC community. Why there were delays. 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 And now you ask yourself a question that you know, we all know that there is no smoke without fire. So the admin understands why there were delays, and they've explained to us, they've shared with us so many times that there is this situation. We are busy technically resolving the issue. There is this, there is that. They forever inform us in advance. Now, let's come to these groups now. They failed to understand why there were delays within this community. Now, they tend to move away from us and say, this thing is a scam, or this thing is a pyramid scheme. Okay. Then when you ask these people to elaborate that, what do they mean when they say scam or a pyramid scheme? They can't even explain that. Okay, thank you. Then we move on with the positive ones. That's how we should handle the situation. Now, we meet different characters within this community every day. That is why we have to be a community whereby we, a community of, I'll get a word. We must be versed, VERSD. We must be versed with TBC affairs. As soon as we are versed, then it will be easy for us to respond accordingly. But sometimes, of course, we won't respond. So there is time for everything. It's like that. So these are the type of people I met during my review. And I wanted to understand why many of us started in the beginning. Started with what? With the membership of the Billion Coin. Okay. Now, that will help us to have a clear mind and a good way forward from where we are. Okay. But if we don't do our surveys or reviews within this community, then we will have some problems, because we need to know who are we moving with and who are we working with. And of course, there will be opposers and the negative ones. Then we'll also have a way of dealing with them. Okay. So I'm sharing with you this because we tend to ignore certain things. The only subject currently will be my send button has been turned on, and please come and partner with me. That is a simple statement or a simple request. Anyone will say, oh, his or her send button has been turned on, I should go and partner with him or her. It's empty. Why? As soon as they start asking you why, or how are you going to justify that? So we must be in a position to address that as well. A partnership, it's something else. We must first build a good relationship with whoever who wants to partner with us. And remember that there are people who have partnered with some of you before our send buttons were turned off. Now you've been taking them through all the way to the day when the send buttons were turned off, and then they came back to you, and then they partnered, they worked with you. But as soon as the send button were turned on, they dumped most of you. They went away. But remember, they went away with no knowledge or no understanding of the whole process. Now they got stuck, they messed up, they even dumped some of their downlines or partners that are coming back to you. So that is the problem. So there's a gap in between people who were there before and the people who just came in now. There's a big difference. So this process, it's an ongoing process of partnership. Even if you can have your send button turned on, but the question is, do you have enough in your wallet? No, not even one full TBC coin, not even 10, not even 11, but it's just a kringle. Then you see what the difference is. Then you started selling your last portion of the kringle. Then what's going to happen in the future? Because now we are trying to build everyone here to be on the billionaire state. But now, on the other hand, you're not partnering, you're fine with that kringle, then you started selling. And on the other hand, this community soon will be exchanging these kringles and coins for goods and services. What are you going to do? Because there's going to be a problem there. Okay. So let us understand what is happening, and then let us continue reviving and empowering those who are keen to learn from the system, because TBC is a system. Remember that it is not an investment. I always see that. Even a couple of days ago, I see in some of the private group chats, people are saying it's a very good investment. It pays 5% a day. Wow, listen to that. So we need to correct that, because behind closed doors, not on the live stream or in front of the focused communities, people are saying things, but behind closed doors, especially in Facebook private chats, WhatsApp private chats, the interpretation there is slightly different from what we are discussing here. So we need to do something about that, meaning we have to educate members who are keen to learn the way how things should be, or how things should be done. Yeah. Let's see. Stefania is saying something. Nothing stops us to expand TBC to local merchants. Thanks, Stefan. We discussed about that yesterday, but we're still gonna discuss more on that because if you can do a replay about my last night live stream video, you'll pick up some things there because when it comes to merchants, we differ from one country to another. So South Africa is different from the Philippines. Philippines is different from Nigeria, Cameroon, and things like that. We will have a different approach completely. What I'm saying is that when it comes to merchants, just watch my last night's video. When you go to the Philippines, their way of doing things or their approach to merchants, it's far, far, far different from South Africa and Nigeria. Just listen to that replay, then you'll understand what I've explained there or what I've shared with you guys. And then most of us, we think that merchants are the biggest corporations. Without biggest corporations, then we won't prevail. That's where we go wrong, because merchants are the grassroots communities. Now I'm coming back to South Africa. In South Africa, we have big corporations and then we have small businesses. Yeah, let me use that term. That's the term I was looking for. Small businesses, they also pay taxes in South Africa. You know that, because they have to comply with the health environment, JMPD, roads, you know that. Social, if it's a kindergarten or preschool, social must be involved. And then the building control must also be involved, because of they must get something called compliance, right, to utilize that facility. So as a professional architect, I only help those who are opening new shops, preschools, crashes, with emergency plan, internal layouts, and evacuation plans. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So these small businesses are the merchants, right? Let's go back to the Philippines again. A director of the company or a bank or car dealer will go out of his office during lunchtime or breakfast. He or she will go out to the street and purchase his lunch. Sometimes not from the McDonald's or KFC. They will go and support that man who's sitting under the tree selling food. And that person is selling healthy, clean food. Why are they doing that? That is their way of doing things. But in South Africa, we do have people like that, but there are not many. Instead of going out there and purchase food or your lunch from that person who's sitting there, you'll say, now I can't eat there. I want to go to Mug and Bean or McDonald's. You see where the difference is. So that is why I explained something last night, that in the Philippines, their way of doing things, it's completely different from Nigeria, from South Africa, when it comes to the approach on the merchants. When you go to the blog, there were two TBCians there. You saw the poster. from northern Luzon. That is another place in the Philippines. Those guys are merchants, whether they are selling peanuts or whether they are selling shoes on the streets or whether they are selling, how can I put it, vegetables on the streets. Like in South Africa, we have hawkers, H-A-W-K-E-R-S, yeah, hawkers. We have hawkers in the streets of Johannesburg. Those people in the Philippines, they are merchants. Just like the workers that we have in South Africa, they are also merchants. So we need to understand that when you say merchants, who are we talking about? Are we talking about those big corporations or the grassroots? Because if we miss that, you know what's going to happen with big corporations? They are not here, the big corporations are not in the particular country to empower the people of that country. They are there to take from these communities and go away. You understand now? So I still respect the grassroots communities or the hawkers because they have an impact in the economy of that particular country, whether Philippines, South Africa, or Nigeria, or Papua New Guinea. So we have to understand in that way. Because if you can say, let's do an exercise, all TBCians around the globe, we will choose a certain number of people to go and approach the government departments or government so that we can get merchants. I bet, my brother, this is far. No one will go there. But if you say, let's go and approach the workers or small businesses on the street, everyone will go there because they are approachable. But with the big corporations, it's not easy because those boundaries were there before. So you understand my point? Yeah. So thanks for raising that, Stefan, about the merchants. It's a very big task, but not we can, but we will do it with the few, of course. Okay. And last part one on the same subject of the merchants. In the Philippines, we have the ones that you saw, and then you also saw 110 tribes within the Philippines. They've welcomed TBC. Why? Why is that? What did these tribes saw? So you have to ask yourself that question. Now, they've been in the Philippines, they've been doing things, different things, but accepting TBC. There are so many things. That is why I'm saying, guys, go and take a turn in the Philippines. You will understand. As soon as you are there, it's different from what you see on the social medias, because on the social media, they can't put everything there. And the things that are happening in the Southeast Asia, they are ongoing. You see? Right. Let me see here. Oh, by the way, I've 10:53 today. Thanks, guys. Oh, thanks for reminding me. You know, I just woke up. So I haven't gone through much things up to Facebook, but I've got this feeling today. Oh, maybe that is why I'm having this morning live stream. It's called Morning Toast. Now I understand. Yeah, thanks, guys. I'm 53 today. I'm 53 today. Yeah, thank you again. So we understand now the approach, how to approach the merchants and who are the merchants. Okay, let's see Sky here. She's saying something. Okay, Sky, she's saying, if people become versed and educated about TBC, they will change their mindset and realize that they have gold in their pockets and return to TBC, buy 100 criminals. Absolutely. Buying $100 worth of criminal, it won't stop. It has to be there in order for them to top up. And they must also speed up by inviting 100 people. When you give these free criminal gifts, it's for free. You don't pay any cent. And at the same time, the very same people you are bringing in, they will buy $100. That is yours. Admin doesn't even want a cent from that. It's yours. You see? So, guys, thank you. Stefan was asking, how does it feel to be 25 again? I'm lost, Stefan. 25? No. 25. That was 27 years ago. I was 25. I was still growing. I had this dream that if I could buy myself a Ferrari or Porsche, I was not thinking straight because of that age. But thanks to Jehovah that he saved me to this day. That is why I'm with you. Maybe if I got rich at that age, I would have been dead, Yeah, you die sometime. If you become rich early, you die, not because of the same things that are happening to people who are 25. Jealousy from others, accident, excitement, not eating well because you have money, not taking care of yourself. There's so many things. But sometimes the creator of heaven and earth protects us. He keeps us until such time. Now I'm 53. Only now I'm sharing with you abundance and prosperity. I'm sharing with Doc Dan from the Philippines. He's saying happy birthday. Thanks a lot. Stefan and everyone here just reminded me about this day. I think I'm going to have to go out and, enjoy myself to the fullest. Yeah, when you are young, you know how is it like? My son, I have only one son, only one. Yeah, he's approaching that age. Sometimes he asked me strange things. Then I look at him. I said, "How does this boy think? How can he ask me such a question?" But remember, I was also there. I used to ask my dad such questions. We live in our own world at that age, we don't even have plans but what you want to see us is possessing a Porsche car, having a fat bank account and things like that. But thanks, guys. Anyway, our time is over, guys, and thank you. I won't keep you long. I know you have some errands to attend to this morning in South Africa. In the Philippines, I'll tell you what time it is now. That is, let me see, it's 6 hours difference now. Okay. Thanks again, everyone. Stefan from Pretoria. I see we have other TBCians from Val area, South Africa, Dr. from the Philippines. And we also have Mrs. Jules from New Zealand. Let me check. We also have, let me check. Yes, so to my fellow loving TBCians, I thank you again for joining me this morning. I would love to have another one again because I can see in the morning, I can get hold of many, meaning all of you. Sometimes at night, we are few, but it's a good thing. I missed Stephen Coffey. I missed Mary. She's not here. Maybe she's still busy with her arrangements to Uganda. Yeah. Thanks again, guys. Let us keep it that way. Let us share. You can always touch base. My email is there. You can also visit my website, and I will demonstrate it for you some other time or in one of these days. There's a lot going on in that website. Articles, the history of TBC, the links, and etc. Yeah. So thank you again. My brother, Dr. Dan, I would love to have a chat with you private. You can just send me a message when you're ready. And thanks again. I love you all, guys. And our live stream broadcast, it's now over. And bye for now. I'll share with you later again. I'm going to have another one. And thank you. And bye.